Yes! Welcome to the stream, big ups! Today we are, of course, talking about Man City's big win against Alain last night. A 6-0 win. It doesn't quite put us ahead of Juventus in terms of goal difference, but it does help us out in terms of keeping up there. It also guarantees us progressing to the next round, which is always important. End of the day, that is always for the best. Now then, we're in a bit of it's a bit of a weird situation now for the Club World Cup and what happens for the Juventus game. But before that, we're going to talk about Alain and our situation with them, the game just gone. So we'll start by opening just Google and having a look at the score, which ended up being 6 goals for Man City, 2 of them coming from Ilkay Gundogan, I'd just like to say, so fair play to him. Oscar Bob on the score sheet for the first time in a while. Ryan Cherki, I'm so happy he scored because, man, he had so much critics and so many people on his back after the last game. But I'm glad that he came off the bench and in that 16 minutes he was on, performed very, very well. To be fair to him, I was very, very happy with how he performed and wouldn't really change anything in terms of that. Now, I didn't watch the game, but I have heard about it. I read up on some stats and whatnot, and I've watched highlights too. Claudio Echeverri, I'd like to say, first start, first goal, an absolute peach of a free kick. It's not the greatest free kick of all time. The wall isn't great, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and it was a great goal from Echeverri, to be fair to him. It was a very good finish. Now I will jump on over to City Extra now, just to read some individual stats. Now I'm not going to do player ratings, can't really do that for a game I didn't watch. Now I'm for the Team of the Week here, Club World Cup Team of the Week. Don't know if this is really of any interest to you, but well done to Manuel Akanji for making it in. Apparently Courtois made 10 saves in a game, so fair play. I'm surprised to not see Gundo, but fair enough. Some images of Cherki during the game. Ait-Nouri. Ait-Nouri. And there's Ryan Cherki again. Alright then, let's go here. Big ups everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. Every like is huge. Make sure to leave your comments down below, of course, as well. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Oh, blinking it. Mute my phone real quick. Big up, Mike G. It's going to be an exciting match between Juve and City, says Juve Cornercast. Yeah, it is. It's a big one. It is a big one. Hopefully, at the bare minimum, it's a good game, I'd like to say. At the bare minimum. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Juve Cornercast. Big ups to you. Now then, on to Bernardo Silva's stats. 1 assist, 51 touches, 35 accurate passes, 92% passing accuracy, 4 chances created being the most in the game, 3 accurate long balls, 2 recoveries, 2 ground duels, 2 big chances created, 2 passes into final third, 1 tackle, 1 cross, 1 accurate cross, 1 successful dribble, and 1 touch in the opposition box. Fair play, sounded like he had a good game then, Bernardo. Doing what he does. Gundo. Pardon me. 2 goals, 89 touches, 69 accurate passes, 92% passing accuracy, 6 recoveries, 6 touches in the opposition box, 4 passes into the final third, 3 ground duels, 2 shots on target, 2 successful dribbles, 1 tackle, 1 interception, 1 chance created, and 1 accurate long ball. Again, a good game from him. 2 big goals as well. We know we need it for goal difference partially. We are level on goal difference, but Juventus have scored more goals than us. It will come down to that last game. But yeah, another good game. He won Supreme Player of the Match as well. It's a bit of a weird one to get used to, but well done to Gundo winning Supreme Player of the Match. Here we go, Cherki for the 16 minutes he played. 1 goal, 27 touches, 18 accurate passes with 90% passing accuracy, which means he only misplaced 2. 100% shot accuracy. 4 ground duels won. 3 passes into the final third. Touches in opposition box 3. 2 recoveries, 2 shots on target. 2 successful dribbles and 1 tackle. And again, he's looking good. First, had a poor first game, came back and scores a lovely little goal to give him a hand. Now, apparently this man had a very good game. 92 touches, 56 accurate passes, 95% passing accuracy. 7 ground duels won, 7 touches in opposition box, recoveries, 5 recoveries won. Most successful dribbles in the game being 4 passes in the final third, 3 tackles, 2 blocked shots, 1 accurate cross, 1 clearance, and 1 aerial duel won. Not a bad debut at all. Not a bad debut at all from Ait-Nouri. And he's even got defensive stats in there as well. A bit of a false word that Ait-Nouri wasn't very good defensively, but he is. He is good defensively. It's just kind of that I think it's just kind of like that notion in the media of if you're an attacking defender, you're not good at defending. I think that notion of Trent's defending not being as good as his attacking has kind of rubbed onto other players or rubbed onto the media and has affected their views on other players. Now then, we'll just speak to this. No volume, please. But I can't play it full screen, but you can see Ait-Nouri's goal there. It's quite nice, actually. He lets it go through his leg. He knows Haaland's there. Haaland plays it straight back into the space. Well, Ait-Nouri just absolutely hits it. It's a lovely little goal. Oscar Bob as well. Just chops in. Shot. Sent the keeper. It's an assist for Rodri as well. It's poetic. It's poetic. Assist for Rodri. Goal for Bob. 2 players that haven't featured properly since the beginning of last season, really. September for Rodri. And get a good chunk of minutes here, and they both get goals. Big ups to them. Don't want that. But there was a glimpse of Gundo's goal as well. But Nunes came quite close here. Let's continue down here. Haaland scored from the penalty spot. Just a glimpse of our first half possession. Big Marcelo has stayed up for this, by the way. Cardio Echeverry, by the way, I'm so happy for him. Got his chance, and he's absolutely taken it. And I really hope it's in Pep's thoughts. Lovely free kick. Straight into the top right. Happy he got back up, blinking it. We're gonna go on Foot Mob in a minute. See what people think. Well, see what Foot Mob thinks, I guess. Foot Mob. Let's find you. There we go. Oh, blinking it. Just stop sharing. Oh, but could I just realised I haven't shared the screen on stream the whole time. I've just been yapping about, oh, look at this goal, and you can't even see it. Oh well. Would have probably got copyright anyway. Let's hop on over to FootMob now that you can actually see my screen. Now the man of the match went to Ilkay, so fair play there. But here were the other ratings all around the pitch. Ortega with an 8.2, Ait-Nouri with 7.4, Vardygal 8, Akanji 8.1, Kusanov 7.3, 7.2 for Nico Gonzalez, 7 for Nunez, Bernardo with an 8, Gundo with a 9.3, Echeverri with a 7.5, and Haaland with a 9 goal and an assist. In terms of substitutions, this is what we got to see. Phil Foden with a 6.8, Rodri 7.5, Bob with a 7.1, Cherki 7.9, and Diaz a 6.4. And it looks like Cherki had the best overall ratings of all the defenders, to be fair to him, so fair play there. Let's go to stats now. Just so I can see certain players. There's Ait-Nouri, there we go. So, 90 minutes, most dribbles in the game, like we pointed out just a minute ago. Blocked 2 shots, nice. 7 touches in opposition boxes. 4 dribbles completed, like we pointed out of 6. 1 accurate cross, but again, I think accurate cross is going to come in time for Ait-Nouri. You know, Ait-Nouri, he can whip a ball, and I just think once he knows that Haaland's going to be a bit better in the future, I think that's going to get ironed out, and I think he'll at least be getting 50% of his crosses off, hopefully. 1 clearance, 3 out of 3 tackles won, 6 defensive actions with 5 recoveries, so fair play there. No interceptions, and he didn't get dribbled past once, to be fair to him. Ground duels, won 8 duels and lost 8 duels. 7 out of his 15 ground duels won, and 1 out of 1 aerial duels won. Didn't get fouled at all. Oh wait, no, didn't get fouled once, but he committed 2 fouls. But yeah, in terms of debuts go, not bad. Okay, I heard that he had a decent game, and this kind of checks out. You know, 7.5. Yeah, I'd say that's about that. Maybe if I had to be generous, I'd push an 8. Judging off the stats, I didn't watch the game. Maybe pass the eye test like a lot better than what's been given. Now then, Echeverri only played 45 minutes, but in that time got 9 passes off out of his 11 attempted. Scored a goal, of course, as well. 17 touches, 2 in the opposition box. Only got dispossessed once. Dribbled past once, made 1 recovery. 3 duels won, 2 lost. 3 out of his 5 duels, 5 aerial duels won, and got fouled 3 times. That being the most in the game. Shame he didn't get all the minutes in the world, but look, seems to have had a decent game for when he was on though. I wonder who came on in his stead. I think it was Phil, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Phil came on from the 46th minute, so Phil Foden took his place. Stuck on left wing. I don't really like him there. I won't lie. But yeah, big ups to Echeverri. I'm glad he had a good game, and hopefully we get to see a bit more of him. And I'm excited for the Juventus game too, with all this in mind. So what didn't change? Just real quick, what didn't change from the last game? Ortega, Kusanov, Akanji, Vardygal, Ait-Nouri, Nico, Echeverri, Gundo, Bernardo, Nunez, Haaland. Oh well, I was thinking about it too hard. Maybe Pep meant 11. Shot map. So Echeverri had the first shot of the game. They did get a few shots off in our area, to be fair to Alain, but not enough to really get back into it seems, or get any proper chances off. Yeah, but look, as far as the game went, it doesn't seem to have gone too bad. Kept it under control. We were clearly going for goals here with 21 total shots. You know, we probably would have wanted the 7th because of Juventus, and if we'd gotten the 7th, then we would have been above them in the table, which means a draw would have been all we needed to get above them. But hey, let's not rely on a draw. We go there to win. We play to win, and so that's what we're going to do, hopefully. Kusanov was stuck at right back. Let's try to see what Pep Guardiola himself had to say about the game. Here we go. Well, let's actually have a look at Gundo. I'm sure in case no one leaves until the end of the transfer window, that's going to happen. Everyone gets opportunities, but it's important to compete with each other at the end of the day, because that brings the best out of everyone, which is what this club needs. Yeah, not bad. Solid quote. Not really giving it away, but kind of hinting at, just because I'm playing. Sorry about that. Don't even know what happened. Let's bring it back here, shall we? But yeah, Gundo not really keeping the door and saying the door's completely open, but it's like he's closed the door, but he's bought it too, meaning it can just be pushed open basically. Gundo's an exceptional player, exceptional in all senses. He's really, really good and made a fantastic goal. He reads what we have to do in every game. I'm really pleased. Echeverry was withdrawn at halftime due to a twist with his ankle, and that was a little bit sore and a problem at halftime, says Pep. That's why he could not continue. But he's an incredible player, big talent in small spaces. I'm happy for him. Yeah, shame. Looks like that little injury did pick up was actually something worthy of note. Then, the one he went down on near the 18th minute. Turns out that was actually something. Hopefully it's not serious. A little twist in his ankle. Hopefully it's just just take it easy this game. You've done your bit type thing. Chill now. Right now, we knew it. A talent with the final third, a lot of talent. Defensively, he can play outside, he can play inside, and in the final third, he's so clever, really good. Rodri today played more than 30 minutes. He's good. He cannot play more. Still in contacts and duels, he struggles a little, but it's normal. An injury of 11 to 12 months, it's important. He plays much better than the previous games with momentum. We miss him a lot. He's the best player in the world. No team he cannot be missed. But step by step, he's coming back. 30 minutes back to back now for Rodri. And again, it's just a step in the right direction, I feel. And hopefully we're going to see the best of Rodri in the next month or so. Pep Guardiola said he will not select an entirely changed City 11 versus Juventus. Everyone is ready and we're going to pick the best for sure. 11 new ones are not going to play because we've already played everyone already, which is fine. Fair enough. nothing really more to add. If we played everyone, then we can't really put out a third team. But hey, let's see who he picks. Look at both the games, probably pick what he's most impressed with, and we'll probably move from there. And just gotta hope he makes all the good calls, really. And that is everything we covered. Oh wait, here's Ilkay here. Oh wait. Great taker, says Stefan Ortega on the Ait-Nouri free kick. See so many blue shirts in the stands. Shows as well we have a lot of fans around the world. I have one more year on my contract. I'm very happy at Man City. I think everybody knows that. I'm committed to competition for places and enjoying my football. I still believe that I have several years at the highest level by taking good care of myself. I've proven it last season where I didn't miss a single game. I'm available and fit. I want to play at the highest level for much longer. And to be fair, makes fair points. I do think there is a place for Gundogan. I still think he could play for a European team. I still think he can play Champions League football, for example. But it just depends on where. I wouldn't necessarily be bothered about him staying, but it just depends on his wages, because he can't be first choice and he can't be second choice. He's got to be that fourth choice midfielder, and maybe fifth. For me, that's the kind of area Gundo's got to be. Not because he's bad or anything like that, but just because I think we can do better. New people, coaching staff that come in, especially our new set-piece coach, James French, explaining it in a very simple way that I quite like, that I know other players like it too. We just try the patterns, connections between the players. That's not just set pieces, that's also for tactics. That's the way we play. One of the most important things, creating connections between players, anticipating timing, and get to know each other as good as possible. Only if we're connected as good as we can be, we can play amazing football as we've done that in the past. It's about winning that back, and I think we've started really good in the FIFA World Cup. FIFA Club World Cup, and now it's time to do it in every single game and get better and better. Yeah, I mean, he's saying all the right things to be fair, Gundo. I can't really comment on it, and I can't really diss it. And I think we are getting there now. Juma Bar looking to go to Nice, it seems. Potentially. Cherki, best cam in the world. This is City Raid. Big ups. Yes. This is City Raid for Cherki, best cam in the world, though. Well, that's quite something. But to be fair, a very impressive 15 minutes, quarter of an hour against Alain. I didn't watch the game, but I've watched the highlights. I've read a lot on the game. Pep out. Everyone out, says Formidable Centurions. What? What's brought that on? Well, big ups and mug to the stream, Formidable. Yeah, but big ups to the raid. This is City. Appreciate it. But yeah, I've basically just gone through the whole game and all the quotes. Gundo, congrats on the player of the match. But in terms of this game and everything I've seen for it, fair play to the whole squad. They went here, they did the job, they did it well. Big ups to all the guys that scored as well, and it just seems to be a very controlled performance. People say, "Oh, it's Alain," but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter really. We got the job done. That's what we were tasked to do, and that's what we sought out to do. So, big ups to all the players. They've obviously done a good game here, all of them. We'll have one last look at the 11 and what was given. Here it all is. Big ups to them all. Haaland with a 9, Gundo 9.3, Vardy with an 8, Kanji 8.1, Ait-Nouri 7.4. And maybe for Mob got some of these wrong as well. Maybe Nico Gonzalez should have been higher. Ait-Nouri, Echeverri, Nunez. Big ups to all of them for playing. They've gotten the job done, and now we've got a big game coming up against Juventus. So we're going to have to see how that one goes, because Juventus are obviously a solid team. They're the best team in this group, not necessarily including us. Ait-Nouri was incredible. For a moment, Cherki looked what the hype is about. Could be a very exciting season system here in Formidable. Yeah, for me, again, people are so quick to judge Cherki. Give him time, bro. And you just needed, 15 minutes to get a goal? Fair play to him. Ait-Nouri is incredible. To be fair, those stats, they're very solid. They're super solid. 95% passing accuracy, 2 blocked shots, 7 touches in the opponent's box, 4 passes in the final third. Dispossessed 4 times, but he's going to be when he's going up the flanks, it happens to wingers a lot too. Yeah, again, in terms of the duels, lost a lot of duels, won a lot of duels. That's just what happens. That's the way it is. Committed 2 fouls, 1 accurate cross, 4 passes into final third, 7 touches in the opponent's box, and again was doing his defensive duties too. Two shots blocked, 3 tackles won, 1 clearance, 6 defensive actions with 5 recoveries. So he's doing all his good stuff. All the stuff you'd want a defender to do. Crosses look bad, but his crosses were insane. Chanel got on the end of them. He's my joint man of the match. Oh, nice. Who is it? Maybe joint with Gundo? Who's your other? Now he was very good. That's him in the Prem consecutively. Yeah, that's the main thing. Consistency and just keeping up great form like that. But yeah, crosses. I mean, I mentioned it a minute ago. Those crosses could have been like crazy, and just no one got on the end of them. Maybe he just doesn't. He doesn't really know the squad yet. He's had a good few training sessions, but it's not like De Bruyne and Haaland where they just knew where each other were going to be. For example, or De Bruyne with anyone, to be honest. It's going to take time for Ait-Nouri to just know where Haaland is. Give him a few games, and that's why it's so good we're getting pre-season now. Okay, I know it's the Club World Cup, but it's also semi-pre-season. All right, that's so good why we're getting the Club World Cup now. Because it's allowing players to get in that flow. Okay, and then come the first game of the season against Wolves, he'll be well and truly in that flow. He'll be feeling good. He'll know where Haaland is, or at least he'll know him better. Remember, potential 7 games before the Premier League. If we go to it all the way here, so we get to the final. We've played 7 games. Okay, win or lose, we'll know where we are. Are you doing the 2 a.m. game next week? Yeah, assuming we finish top of the group, I will do the 2 a.m. game. Didn't do this one partly because it was group stage, and partly because I had work in the morning, but I'm going to absolutely make sure that I can do the next 2 a.m. game. Absolutely going to make sure of that. But Juventus game, I will, of course, cover as well, guys. So no worries on that. Absolutely none at all. Now then, though, big up 7 that's tuned in. I'm going to do it because almost all my exams will be over, so why not? Yeah, I'll take the necessary measures to make sure my mind is prepped for 2 a.m. Can't miss a knockout game. Yeah, no one can. If it's group stage, and no offense, Alain, but it's not the most crazy opposition, I'll let it go. But I'm not missing a knockout game. Just not. It's not how I roll, I guess. But look, big up 7 tuned in. This is Sissy Formidables. This is Sissy Shorts. I don't think I've had that account in here before. And Juve Cornercast as well. Big ups to you all. We've got a big game coming up against Juventus, and so you won't want to miss the preview. I am gonna talk about this game a bit more soon. Gonna talk about the man's name who we just put in chat here, Echa Messi. Remember the name, man. Echeverri, man. He seems insane. So can't wait for that. I really, really can't. I can't wait to get to watch City again. I couldn't watch this one, but I want that Juventus game now if it could happen. But I'll let the players rest. I'll be kind. But look, big ups to you all, Blues. This is Sissy, like I just mentioned, formidable. When's the next stream, mate? Tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. It's going to be at about 7 p.m, I'm thinking, because I'm unavailable from 12 until like 6. But the stream's going to be prepped in well advance. It's going to be another one of those like 5 like things we learned. I'll spoil it for you. It's going to be all focused on Ait-Nouri and Ait-Nouri because they were kind of like our 2 debutantes. But we're obviously going to talk about it a bit more and just things we learned about the game, and yeah, that stuff really. Smash likes, by the way, guys. Yes, absolutely do smash likes. Every like is absolutely huge for the channel. Yes, FIFA, big up to you. Juventus are average. If Sissy of old turn up as is over. Hi, FIFA, big up. Well, even though I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. Yeah, that's basically me as well, Talsif. I watched a few highlight reels just to see what was what, seeing all the goals and whatnot. But yeah, great performance by the looks of it. People say it's Alain, oh, you found your level and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's about beating what's in front of you. We're not going to just draw because of Alain. We're going to play our way. We'll respect them. Cherki and Ait-Nouri scored the first goal, which I'm very happy. Best CDM in the world, got an assist as well. Yes. First of many, Tassie. First of many for a lot of them. Now then, big ups to you all. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. The climb for 1.6k has begun. So let's try and get there as soon as possible. But big ups to you all. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss tomorrow's stream. I'll see you all tomorrow.